everybody, and welcome back once again to Let's Play Motorsport Manager. Yes, your eyes do not deceive you. Motorsport Manager during a stainless steel week. Yes. Reason why there is a Motorsport Manager during a stainless steel week is because in my last episode of Stainless Steel I asked for your advice, your tips, anything to suggest in relation to my invasion of the Moorish lands, and before recording the next session I want to give you time to provide that advice. So to enable me to upload a video today, that you're seeing this being Wednesday, I have to record a session today for me, which is Tuesday. So I can't record Stainless Steel because the advice hasn't been given, so I had to record something, otherwise you'd get nothing. So here I am, trying out some Motorsport Manager. And the reason why I say trying out is because I think there's been a recently released DLC, which I'm not playing, or not buying. It's World Endurance Championship. But with every DLC comes usually a patch, tweaking a few things, and I think there is a patch out, or at least in beta, whatever you want to call it. But apparently they've also done something with the pit crews as part of the 1-year anniversary of the game. So there may be something slightly different. So I thought, why not check it out? What a perfect time. Can't record Stainless Steel just yet, so I'll record some Motorsport Manager instead. So we'll dive in. We've got this is a completely different loading screen. The tyres of the vehicle at the side there, they weren't there before. It's a slightly different startup screen. Are we going to get some information perhaps about it? No. We're going to be left to our own devices to explore what's going on. Not a problem. Not an issue. We'll explore. I don't know where we were last time we left off. It's 3 weeks ago, so you'll have to bear with me. We are at Canada, we are at the Grand Prix, so we've done everything we need to do in terms of the car, so that's one less thing to worry about. But I do remember something from the last session. I remember looking for a new designer, and we found one. Paddy Locke of Steinman. 3 months left on the contract. He was interested. Yes, he was. It's too early yet to get him. I don't really want to pay the $2 million to break his contract, but we do want him. So we're going to keep a very close eye here, because the worst thing to happen is for him to have his contract renewed. So when there's 1 month left on it, we're going to go for him. So that's that. But yes, look at this. There is a new option down here. This is completely blind to me. I haven't done any testing yet, so this is completely new. There is a pit crew option. Look at that. Look at that. There is a completely and utterly new option. We have stamina. We have... What is this? What is this all about? These guys have got 20 stats in everything. It's on auto manage, so all these guys are set up as I believe they should be for optimization. Mistake percentage are very small, so this is good. You can actually scout pit crew as well. Stamina level, is that good stamina, bad stamina? You actually have to pay for these guys. I don't know if I'm actually happy or not about this. I mean, it's nice to have extra additional depth in certain things. On the grid, look, we have the best pit crew on the grid. That's nice. That's very nice. I think the fact that the pit crew seems to be top of the shop, I think we just leave it as it is. Gives us an average pit stop time for our refueling, for our tyres, for the jacks, for the driver change, if it's an endurance championship of course. Repair times for the various components. Yeah, this seems to be set up just nicely for us. I think, is it because it's been implemented during the season, they're giving us a bit of leeway? I don't know, but we'll take it. Do we need to scout out any more? I don't think so. I think the pit crew we've got is pretty damn good. So if anybody has any kind of further ideas about how this new system works for the pit crew, feel free to let me know. for the start of Motorsport Manager Week proper, which will be next week. But we have to pay these apparently. So is it coming out of our budget now? Pit crew? Pit crew there. Yeah. 212,000. So it is now coming out of our budget. That's nice, isn't it? Midway through a campaign, midway through a season, just an extra 212,000 slapped on the wage bill out of nowhere. Pit crews have rights, do they say? We want paying too. Who said? Okay, so we're just going to take a very quick look at the car itself. Yeah, we are currently designing a new rear wing. I think I did this off camera actually, I'm not so sure, but I think I may have advanced the time off camera, so I'll just reiterate. We are designing a new rear wing now. We are designing parts for next season, so we're going for parts that have got current performance levels rather than potential. We've already developed our front wing, and it is the best on the grid. Doesn't say it on the rankings because we're not using the parts because they're illegal, I think. Or not ready, one or the other. Let's have a look. The font has slightly changed of these as well. These are slightly more square and less rounded. Anyway, yeah, the suspension's not legal. It's for next season, so but it is going to be the best on the grid. Look, it's purple. That means it's the best. Best on the grid for next season, potentially. So we've got a great suspension going forward. The rear wing we're developing as we speak. We have a bit of time to do it, so we should have a decent rear wing as well. We've already got the best gearbox that we can possibly have. We're just working on the performance levels of the gearbox now. We're working on the performance levels of the engine to maximise that as well as our two main parts for next season, hopefully. So yeah, this is all changed slightly. The bar used to say the 20 and the 0 up there. It's now in the boxes. Again, the font slightly changed. So there has definitely been a patch. The weather's changed as well. The circular sun has got no little shiny bits off it. I notice these little details, you see. So yes, there has been some changes in terms of, as you can see, the fonts and the graphics. New pit crew. Has there been any tweaks and changes in terms of the patch itself? I don't know. We're going in blind, folks. Let me know if you know something different. Right, off we go. Everything is more square now. There's less roundedness. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. The graphs are even a little bit fatter. I'm telling you. It's all systems change. Best sponsors. Oh yes, there's an extra bar for the pit crew. That's why. That's why the bar seems to have changed shapes. An extra bar for pit crew. We have the best pit crew, miraculously. We have the best sponsors. The staff, we have the 6th best. The headquarters is getting up there. We're still waiting for our factory to be upgraded to level 3. Drivers, not too shabby, of course. Sundin and Surikov for now. And the car is a little bit of a, well, a work in progress. Oh, more graphics changes. It's all systems go. We are going to go for 13th or above, as per usual. It's a short track. Tyre wear is high, but yet we've got the softest sets of tyres. And quite a few laps to do. So I've got a feeling that we're going to be using the hardest compound more often than not. This is not usually a good sign for us when it comes to our performance levels. High tyre wear tracks with low wearing, high wearing tyres. Is that right? The tyres that wear quickly, the softest compound tyres. South Africa, this happened, and we didn't do too well. That being said, we're going to probably have to go for maybe more compounds of soft tyre than we perhaps would ordinarily go for. I think the ultra softs are really going to be a tyre that we're not going to use that often. And the softs, I think 5, 5 and 5. I think 5, 5 and 5 is a bit of a balanced approach. Okay, so as per usual, I shall do a practice. You shall join me for a simulator qualifying, and then it will be race day. So join me in a second. Alright, practice is done and dusted, and there are some slight little changes. I'll go through them when we enter the race day. We didn't set our best times really until the back end of the session. We were focusing on getting the setup right, and with all the different slightly styles of fonts and screens, it kind of threw me off a little bit, so it took me a little bit longer to get things sorted. But we've got the setups ready. Whether or not we're going to have the best package for the race, because we only managed to get the soft tyre performance before it started raining, which means we've got no performance on the ultras or the softs. Could be an issue. Alright then, alright then, right. We're just going to check the weather. It's down as cloudy / sunny. There is actually going to be variable weather conditions during the qualifying. Therefore, I will be taking the qualifying. So we're going to dive straight into qualifying here. No simulation required. We're going to go for intermediate tyre performance, because that's probably going to be the most tyres that we use, or the best use of the tyre. And for Sundin, it's going to be the super overtake mode, that qualifying boost button that she's got. So as you can see here, we've got options to click over her for contract details and such, which is quite a nice feature. If you go on to, we'll go on to that in a second, bear with me, and it's intermediate tyres and qualifying trim for Sirikov. Go to car setup, we can see the cars have been set up. We now have a expected form figure, and this changes during the session. So it shows you whether they're driving to the best of their ability, whether they're off form. So when we see a driver struggling out of position, for instance, maybe somebody's at the back of the pack, we can see, is that related to her form? Is it because she's driving rubbish, or is it because it's maybe a strategy problem? It might help us identify that. So that's pretty useful. Other than that, I think it's just business as normal for the practice and stuff. As you can see, I went through a load of different setups. Struggled to get the right setup. Really struggled. It was due to the fact that the new graphics and stuff have just completely thrown me. Something as simple as that just puts you off your stride. It's quite easily done. Right, what we've got to determine is, have we got enough time to get out and get a dry lap? I think we do. It's a short track, so the question is timing it to perfection. We don't want to go out too early. We want to go out roughly when the track is at its driest that we can see so far, and that is just before the 9-minute mark. So I think if we wait for about a minute, then go out, then we should be good. But we also don't want to be in traffic. So we will be using the soft tyre. We'll be using that setup. She will be using a super overtake, so that is her done. For Sirikov, again, look at that. His expected form is lower than Sundin's for some reason. Don't know why, but it is. And again, we'll be using a set of the ultra softs and going out, timing it hopefully to perfection. The track may dry towards the back end, but we can't guarantee that, so we have to get this right as early as possible. It's going to be an interesting qualifying. I can feel it. We've weight stripped the car massively, getting 300 performance points. See if that helps us. We're going to take qualifying. We certainly are. Right. Okay, just going to pause it and go through a couple of the changes. You can probably see them right now. Yeah, the form button, the form figures are on, which is nice. Sundin currently looking like she's going to be on good form for qualifying. Combine that with the super overtake mode, she's probably going to out-qualify Sirikov. He's at 5.9. We've also got different game speeds. Now, I'm not a person that puts it into massive simulation speed advance in any game that I play, but it's useful for practice. I did run the practice on 12 speed to get around the laps quickly, but for the race itself I can't envisage going more than at least 2 speed, but it's nice that we have got these different speeds, and this is because of the endurance races being longer. They give you a quicker simulation. You can also put the screen into 2D or 3D mode now during the race, which is pretty useful, I suppose. Don't envisage using that. But the biggest difference that I've noticed is to the performance of the game. Now, we'll just wait for the time to tick down as I discuss this. Just waiting for about the 11 minutes mark before we go out. When I first started recording this LP using Fraps, there was massive frame drops. Whether I didn't know, it's my computer, is it my hard drives? I think it might have been the game optimization, because I've recorded the session today and it's been silky smooth. I think they've maybe made some graphical optimization tweaks and it's really really working wonders. The game appears to be much smoother than it used to be. Right, now is the time to go out to get that hot lap in when the track is at its driest, but there is traffic coming out, but we've got to take that chance. So we'll go with, I think we'll go with Surikov first, get him out first. So on the ultra softs, get him out. That's not the greatest of timings, but we'll see if he passes during the outlap. Sundin will bank on her getting a bit more clear air. Ultra soft tyres. She'll be using a super overtake. Alright, so here we go. So we'll just get them round to their... Just get them round to their hot laps. There you go. That's one good use of it. And Otto was on, thankfully. So he's starting his flying lap now, right in the path of traffic. Sundin is overtaking cars on a hot lap. This is probably not going to be very helpful, but there you go. She is in super overtake mode. Surikov is passing cars. The rain will start to come very soon and it will not abate for the rest of the session. So if anybody has not set a time during this dry stint, they're going to struggle. The back end of the sector of the time it's in heavy rain. It's a little bit unfortunate. But that's third and fifth. Third and fifth with rain pouring down could mean this is our finishing position. But look at that. Surikov out-qualifying Sundin. Despite her being on super hot form, 9.2 current form, and the super overtake mode, he's still out-qualified her. Got a feeling it's probably due to traffic. But there you go. This session is done. This session is done. Nobody is getting faster than that. It's now full wet weather condition. This is the beauty of the 12-speed for times like this. Just absolutely phew, fly through. So another well-timed qualifying session from Potter has put his cars at the front end of the grid. Not for the first time this season. I like how Sundin's form's gone up to 9.9, which has been sat in the garage. Final minute. And yeah, and another thing I like about the fact that it is 12 speed and stuff, if something happens vital, like a safety car, like something that affects one of your drivers, the speed actually slows down to normal speed for about 2 to 3 seconds to give you time to react. I like that as well. Gotta say, it's actually almost worth starting a new season with all these changes that have happened. It's a completely improved game from when I first started playing this. It really is. So if you still haven't gone out there and bought this, I imagine it's cheap enough now. Obviously they're still adding content a year later, improving things. It's worth a buy if you like simulation games. It really is. You don't even have to like racing. It is an absolutely great game. Anyway, Surikov did finish in third. Sundin did finish in fifth. Will we stay there for the race? I highly doubt it. But it's better to be up here than at the back. It gives us something to play with. And we hit our qualifying bonus. And it's going to be sunny during the race. So pity we couldn't get a bit of rain in the race. That may have assisted us. But we do have massive weight stripping to help us. That is what has got us some points in the past few races. We've picked up points, I think, twice now. So we're looking. Things are looking up. Our car is improving. We've got the best suspension now. Ready for next season. I got a feeling we're going to be that 3-season goal. I think we could be there. I think we could be there. No rain expected. It's a bright, sunshiny day. So we're going to go for race trim and super soft tyres for Sundin, and we're going to do the same for Surikov. So strategy then. This is going to be the important thing. Strategy. We'll do Sirikos first because his is easier. I'll show you why it's easier. 22 laps. We're looking at roughly every 8 laps. An 8 and an 8 and a 6, or an 8 and 2 7s. So it's not too bad. These tyres can do 8 laps easily, apparently. 8 to 10. So he can probably have 2 super soft stints, and maybe even his final stint. If he does 2 8s and a 6, he might be able to do a stint on the Ultras, the fastest tyre, to bring the car home. So that is going to be the plan with Surikov. He can go pretty long on these tyres, so he needs 8 laps he needs to do 8 laps. So we're going to go 9 laps of fuel, full tank, with a little bit of pushing. That should be fine. So that's him done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I hope I haven't missed anything off. Sundin, she's not going to get maximum life out of these tyres at all. In fact, she's going to struggle. So we're going to start her on the softs, see how it goes, hopefully be able to do at least 1 super soft stint, if not 2. All depends. But she's the one that's going to struggle. And we knew this from the high tyre wear, but the softest compounds. We knew this was going to be the feature. And I think what we're going to do with her is we're going to bring her in a lap early. She's on the slower tyre. Bring her in a lap early, so that she can get onto the quicker tyre a little bit sooner. So she's going to do 7 laps, come in lap 7, get onto the super soft, stretch those out for as long as possible, and see where she stands for the final stint. Yeah. I'm not holding my breath for Sundin, unfortunately. Her smoothness is really letting her down in a car that has not got good tyre wear. But next season's car we will focus on tyre wear, knowing what we do now. Don't forget that we changed tyre wear situations mid-patch. Pushing and overtaking is the order of the day. Here we go. It's race day. Let's have a look at the grid. Steinman back on pole after Scuderi Rossini the past few races have really begun to get on top. Veracruz is in second. We've got Surikov, the surprise package, due to a well-timed lap, up in 3rd position for Phoenix Knights. Piaget, injured. Windsor in 4th. Somebody that probably also benefited from the very random weather. Sundin in 5th, should be happy with that. Probably not happy to be out-qualified by her teammate, but she's in good form this weekend. Dorster, Rosetta Corsa, another beneficiary of the weather. Holtz, a victim of the weather, in a Steinman in 7th. Likewise, Wexler and the Rossini in 8th. We've got Chapman and Sylvander 9th and 10th. So some of the big teams struggle to get their strategies right in qualifying. Expect their cars to go scything through the field during the first couple of laps of the race though. So here we are, we're in Canada, the lights are on. Will Sundin get a better start this time? I remember that she's been getting lots of bad starts recently, and she's got a decent start today. It's about bloody time. We're off and racing here in Canada, and somebody's gone right off the track. Is his steering wheel broken? It was a Scuderia Rossini, I think. Was it Schmidt? No, who was it? He went Wexler. He's like, look at that. He's gone right to the back of the field. Absolutely got it wrong. Massively wrong. Right, so we're off and racing here. It's lap 1 is complete. There's only short laps, of course. What we have to be mindful of today is, I think, preserving the tyres. Oh, let me just pause it. Sorry, I do apologise. I'm noticing a new icon here. We're getting a bit of a distance thing. Look, we're in 8th. That's the distance to the car behind, distance to the car ahead. I like that. That's a very nice little feature. Very nice indeed. Okay, moving on. Temperatures, 16 degrees. I think we can push the tyres for at least 1 more lap and then we'll turn them down to normal. Tyre wear is going to be an issue today for us. I mean, everybody is on the ultra soft tyre, pretty much. Sundin is on the soft, 2 compounds harder. That is the difference in tyre wear rates between these cars. I think 82, 81. I think we're all right for tyre wear. We're going one more lap on push here. Everybody else is still pushing their tyres, pushing their engines. Likewise, we should do the same. Surikov in 5th, and he's not really relinquishing that position. Clinging on for dear life. Just going to pause it. Because it's such a short lap, it's very, you've got to really have your wits about you in terms of the fuel. 5 laps from here would be lap 9. That's fine. We can still keep pushing for now. The car condition, 66% engine. We have turned the engine's reliability down. Just be wary of that. Right, I think we're going to... I don't want to turn the tyre. I don't want him to... He's doing so well. I don't want to really alter. We're going to take Sundin down. I mean, she's in 10th and she's on the two compounds harder tyre than most of these drivers. Turning her down is probably going to be really detrimental to her position. But it needs to be done. It needs to be done for now. Till we get a feel for what's happening. Tyre, are we... How's the fuel looking? I don't know. I'm losing control. I'm losing control. I'm losing control. Lap is too short. Yeah, she's got like less than 2 laps left. I think we've burned her fuel too quickly. I think we've burned her fuel a little bit too quickly here. In fact, I think we've definitely burned her fuel too quickly, which means we might as well put her on absolute utmost push, push, push. Plenty of life left in the tyres though, so I'm wondering if it's worth bringing her... Right, we're going to have to focus on... Turn these down now. Just to do a couple more laps yet. Okay. Yeah, so she is on push, push, on an in lap now. We're going to bring her in and we're going to do a... Let's see if we can stretch out a super soft stint here. And put her on 7 laps of fuel. Probably won't need the old 7. Pit stop, we'll go for balanced. Somebody else has gone off the track. Look at that. People are flying off here. So she's coming in. She's pushing hard. She is on her in lap. We've got other cars coming in also, I believe. I saw somebody else with a pit icon. Somebody's got a penalty, which is really helpul. We've got both cars in the points at the moment, so this is looking pretty good. Don't want to put the commentator's curse on things, but I already have. Right, let's have a look at Surikov. Just make sure that he's crossing the line with at least 1 more lap of fuel. Yes, he is, which means that he's now going to go on his in lap. Push, push, push. Here is, look at that, new pit stop icons here. Look at this, here we go. Refueling, 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 and she's off. She's out of there. She's now going to have to just go steady for the middle section. Right, let's make sure that he gets in. It's the biggest thing to realise. Let's make sure he gets in. Right, we're going to have to push him for a full set of at least 8 laps here. Full set of 8 laps. Yep. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Come on, Surikov. Go, go, go. Push, push, push. He's done well to keep up with the cars that are on ultra softs. And he's passing, he's passed the car in the pits. Talk about a cheek. Talk about an utter cheek. Right, he's out of there, he's out of there, he's out in front. I think we can afford to go high, and then we'll just go medium for now. We'll put the tyres up towards the back end of the stint. Sundin is, look at that, she's not a million miles away. We're going to put her up into high as well. Her tyre wear is a little bit more ropey, so we'll just keep her on neutral for now. But she's not doing too badly at all. She's in good form as well, which is why she's performing well. Look at that, she's just about a couple of seconds behind Surikov, who's performing with a softer compound tyre for the first stint. So Surikov is in 8th position, still another couple of cars to pit in front of him, so this well could be 6th. Defending here against Piaget. We've seen Piaget fighting us quite often this season. which is a good sign because it's a sign that our car is improving to the sort of the midfield level. But look at this, we're just struggling a little bit for pace at the moment. A couple of cars pitting though, so that's good. A couple of cars pitting up into 7th. Sundin is still in the points in 9th position. This is absolutely spiffing marvellous. Look at Sundin, she's right on the back of Surikov here. She is right on the back of Surikov. She is definitely in form all weekend. We know that from the figure. But she's proving it on the track. Surikov has got to watch his back. Okay, so we need to go till at least lap 15 at the very least, which is another 4 laps. The tyre wear situation doesn't seem to be as bad as the tyres made out. I'm wondering if in this latest patch they've toned down the tyre wear a little bit. It seems to me that the tyres aren't wearing as quickly as they used to be. I'm wondering if they've toned it down. Could be wrong, could be all just in my mind, but our tyres are lasting pretty much as they should be according to the graphic, whereas before they were wearing quicker than the graphic. So I'm thinking they've just slightly tweaked that, which is absolutely great for us now again because we're back in the game in terms of the tyre wear. Right, 3 laps, plenty of tyre life now, so we're going to start to push these tyres. Plenty of tyre life, plenty of car condition, apart from gearbox. Wow, gearbox is a bit ropey on Surikov's car. Just got to be careful of that, but he is pushing. Sundin. Ooh, again. Do you know what's happening now? We're wearing our fuel rate seems to be going down far quicker than it used to do. It's all mental, I'm telling you. It's all mental. She's having to come in now. She can't do another lap after this. She's going to have to come in now, literally, and then go to the end. Flipping hell, it's going to be close. Surikov has got plenty left in the tank here. Plenty left. Can't really push the engine because the gearbox is knackered, but the tyres, don't want to overheat them. So I think push is fine for Surikov. I think push is just about right to get him round in a couple more laps. Extend that stint and maybe go on to the ultras for that final... don't forget to pit Sundin. I always forget this. Right, she has to do a very long last stint, so it's going to have to be the soft tyres. It's going to have to be full laps of fuel to finish the race. Park condition for her is fine. Strategy is there. Have we changed the tyre? Yes, we have. She's passing a car as we speak. Go on, my dear. Get it done. So Surikov, just a couple more laps on this pace and he can finish off on an ultra soft stint and really go for it. But he's looking good for points here. He's in 8th position. He's been cruising around this track all weekend. Sundin is going to have to go medium to finish this race. She's right at the back of the pack now, unfortunately. But all these guys do have to pit again. And it is a short track, so we'll see where she pans out after all is said and done. So here comes Surikov. He's now going to go for the push in lap. He's going to come out, he's going to go onto a set of ultra soft tyres for the final stint. Going to fuel for 7 laps. His car's looking a little bit more ropey than Sundin's is, but he should be able to make it to the end. She's got excess fuel for now, so we'll push her while she's got excess fuel. Fuel burn is... because it's a short track, the fuel burns so quickly. That's part of the problem, I think. Sundin is up in... Surikov is up into 4th. This cannot be a legitimate position. This cannot be a legitimate position, surely to God. Surely to the heavens, this should not be a legitimate position for Surikov. I'll eat my bloody hat if he gets anywhere near the podium. Right, I think we can afford... we'll go medium neutral for now because it is ultra softs. She's no longer on high, so she has to go to normal mode for the fuel. He can afford to push for the fuel. Her tyres are looking alright. I think she can afford to push for the tyres. She's in 15th. All the cars in front of her seem to have pitted. Surikov is in 8th with a couple more cars, 3 more cars to pit. Somebody's pitting for repairs here. It cannot be, surely to God. He's up into 4th position here. He is up into 4th position with potentially De Wolf still to pit. I mean, there's cars coming up from behind him like an absolute steam train. But we are on the softest compound tyre. We are on the softest compound tyre. There goes De Wolf into the pits, as we expected. We are on the podium here. We are on the podium here, folks. Excess fuel still. Sundin is in 11th. We've got a train of cars coming right behind us here. We're going to now push the tyres because there's plenty of life in them. I'm telling you, the tyre wear situation seems to definitely be a lot better than it was. Car condition, it's looking grim, but look at all these cars behind. He's not going to finish on the podium. He's getting absolutely swarmed. Swarmed behind. And there's 3 laps to go after this. There's no way he's going to be able to hold them all off. My goodness me. Surikov. Can he do it? Can he do it? It's good. If this was the last lap, it would be awesome, but it's not. There's still another 3 to go. There's still another 3 to go, and he's got Becker in a Steinman all over the back of him, who's now going to be able to pass surely. 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 He is absolutely having a barnstormer here, and he's been passed. He's been passed, but he's not making it easy. He's not making it easy. Sundin is a long way behind 10th place. She just has to bring this car home at this point. But Surikov, he's battling his heart out. He's not even finished. He's not letting Becker off the hook here. And we still have plenty of tyre life. We're going to put it on the absolute maximum push for the last 2 laps. He's trying to pass back. He's got Harry Chapman that's passing him now. Chapman, we know, is a great racer. But he's not letting him go. There's still an opportunity. There's still a chance. This is the final lap. We're going for the full beans. He's going back up the inside. He's up in the inside. Oh my God, this is so tense. This is a podium position we're fighting for here. He's past Holtz. He's past Becker. He's looking to pass Chapman. He's looking to pass Chapman. He's looking. Oh, come on. Oh, holy moly. And she got 9th. We've missed Sundin getting 9th position because we were too busy, understandably, following the exploits of Surikov. I'm sweating here. I'm sweating, cobs. Wow, that was a thrilling race. Absolutely thrilling, must be said. Right. Bloody hellfire. Oh. Again, more graphical tweaks and changes here. So Surikov managed to get a super soft, ultra soft stints. Very good. Sundin was restricted to a soft, super soft stint, so she's utilised 2 sets of the hardest compound, but she's still got 9th position. Surikov, a whisker away from getting 3rd. Now, before I conclude the session, I'm going to have a very brief discussion about what I think in terms of this latest patch. I'm assuming there's been a patch. There must be. There's graphical changes. There's got to have been a patch. Anyway, we picked up points again. We picked up absolute ton of points. A 4th place finish. A 9th place finish. We've just picked up a nice hatful of points there. We're not going to get 5th. We were never going to get 7th. We're still going to get 6th, I think. But it's just nice to see that we're back up challenging for podiums all of a sudden. So what has happened? Well, I'll let you know what I think's happened here. I think what's happened, I'm going to double check in the options to make sure that the difficulty setting that was introduced in the last patch is still there and is still switched on to realistic or whatever it is. Look at that. The form is still there. She was on the top form. He was on not too shabby form, it must be said. Lost a bit of moolah. It's fine. Alright, so here's what I think. Well, first of all, we've been given a godly pit crew, which is always a help. So that's one less thing we've had to worry about, because it's just been implemented mid-season, I assume. But what I think, let's have a look, just double check. Can we change it from here? I don't know if we... Oh yeah, game settings. So yeah, it's still unrealistic strategy. So that's not the problem. I think what's happened here, just a general feeling that I've just had, is that I think the tyre wear situation has been scaled down. There was a noticeable difference to me, and I've not read the patch notes, I'm just from what I've gathered, there was a noticeable difference in the increase of tyre wear from the last patch, and that was severely hindering our performance, in the fact that we had to use the harder compound tyres all the time because we were wearing through them too quickly, and we were falling short on our strategies occasionally when it caught us out. From that race there, you could see that our tyre wear was not a problem. In fact, Sundin could probably have got away with 3 sets of super soft stints. So I'm thinking they've scaled the tyre wear back a little bit to be more in line with the figures that are quoted on the tyres when you're setting the car up. And because we can use the softer compounds again, and the tyre wear is not a problem, we can push in the race and combine that with the extreme weight stripping that we can now do due to our reliability. That's what I think has allowed us to push up the field towards, especially in that race there. So a combination of weight stripping and more kinder tyre wear, I think has really severely helped us now after this latest patch, which fills me with absolute great joy, because when we're going to have a better car next season, we might actually be battling for podiums. I'm really looking forward to Motorsport Manager Week next week, and I hope you are. So I hope you've enjoyed this bit of an impromptu session in between the stainless steel sessions. I hope you can tell me a little bit about the new patch if I'm missing something. And until next time, who knows? Is a podium on the cards before the season's finished? Be mine a miracle. See you soon.